Let's have some fun with a design jam today. So today we are going to recreate this inside Canva. We're gonna add some of our flavor and our essence into it. Okay, let's go. Okay, first I'm gonna share with you my thinking process. I just hopped on the good old Pinterest and typed in Starbucks landing page, and I picked the first one. We're going to recreate this landing page here. So what I'm going to do is just screenshot the graphic so that we can use it as a reference. And let's go into Canva. Okay, let's open up a blank presentation in Canva, and I'm going to get you to paste in your reference graphic. So here we have the reference graphic, and I just want to talk a bit about the graphic first before we go and dive into recreating this. Now, the reason why I love recreating graphics, specifically really nice websites, is because it helps me understand the different elements on the page. It shows me how there is a balance or how there is an imbalance. It allows me to play and learn with the typography, so the different fonts and the font variations that we can use. It helps me understand the sizing of, let's say, the menu, the navigation, just really understanding the user interface and also the user experience. So being able to place graphics or place certain objects on a screen in a way that makes sense for your audience. So this is why I love doing random design challenges like this for myself. And I encourage you to do the same. So that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing that I like to do is really dissect the graphic. So I'm just going to quickly draw it in so you can see where my brain is coming at. And maybe let's not use red, let's use a happy color, orange, yay. So here I'd like to start first by really looking at the balance of the page. So for me, I see this as in threes, not in threes, what's that called? Yeah, in three parts ish. Or it might be the balance of the pages, there's a less text and it's more heavy on the graphic side, or usually you might see the page split into two where there's text on the left side and then graphic on the right side, or vice versa. It just depends on how you want to create your balance. So I want you to take note of that. The second thing is we have our hero graphic here, which is this delicious Frappuccino. Here on the right hand side, we have like a menu bar at the top here, the logo, text left aligned, which is quite nice. We have a button with some rounded corners as well. Again, I'm just breaking it apart in my mind so I can see where I can target this first. We then have some cool little graphics down here. So we have like a nice rectangle here. We have the three graphics there with some text at the bottom and also a nice rating badge on top of that as well. So this is our graphic. I like to start first with my background. Every time I'm recreating something, I would start with the background. So I would start with this color here and then this abstract blob in the back, and then I'll start layering on the graphics that I would find. So without further ado, let's go. We are going to add a new page. So let's add a new page. And now the cool thing about Canva is you don't have to stress about the color palette, only because when you go into your, let's say I want to change the background of this color, you can go into background color, and in the color panel, it already pre-selected the colors of the photo that you've chosen or you pasted in as a reference graphic. So that's why I always like to have a reference graphic in there. So for the purpose of this design, let's go in and select this as a background color. So a really faint cream color. And now I'm going to start with my abstract blob in the background. So if I go back to elements on the left-hand side, I'm going to type in abstract blob. If there's a better way to explain it, go for it. There's many ways, but I like to just go into graphics and select see all. And I'm going to find a blob that closely resembles this, or better yet, open to interpretation. Y'all can find a blob that makes sense to you, that you feel connected to. So for me, I think I'm going to go with this one here. So I'm just going to select it and I'm going to move it to the right hand side. I'm going to tilt it and make it super big. Just design it in a way that makes sense for you, and we're going to change the color soon. But I feel like I want to do something like, oh, maybe like this. Maybe just a bit smaller. Great. And I'm going to change the color to the color that they have here. So like a light tan color. So I'm going to select the color selector and going to my photo colors on the left hand side and select what they have there. Great. Now I am going to let's create our Starbucks logo, because this logo, as you can see, it's not only in the logo at the top menu bar, but it's also on our Frappuccino and our other Frappuccinos. So let's create our own logo. And I want you to have fun with it. I'm going to go to shapes. So in elements, shape, select the circle. And I'm going to change that color to the green that's already in the graphics. I'm going to select this color. And I'm going to make my own Starbucks. And I encourage you to create your own Starbucks. So I want you to go into your elements, search element, find a icon that you love that resembles you. If you were to have a Starbucks, what would it be? For me, of course, donut icon. And go into your graphics and find find like a thick icon, because when I see the style of iconography that Starbucks uses in their main logo, it's quite thick and solid. You wouldn't want something that's faint. I'm going to show you an example. If I were to pick this donut here and I'm going to scale it down and make that white, and I put it into this circle, it's going to be very hard to see because the size of the logo is quite small. So I want something that is thick in weight, and I'm going to make that white, move it down so that it just looks perfect. There you go. And so what I'm going to do now is add, instead of Starbucks, it's going to be Amanda Bucks. So I encourage you to add your name in there. Let's do, I'm not sure what kind of font I'm going to use yet. So I'm just going to first put Amanda Bucks in all cap locks, Amanda Bucks. And I'm going to select Amanda Bucks and make her, I think I'm going to go Poppins Black. Yeah. Let's just have a look. Starbucks. Okay, so I'm going to make the logo a little bit bigger. So there's like a balance. Amanda Bucks, I'm going to make her a bit smaller. So let's go into the font size and I'm going to make her maybe 24. Yeah. Nice. That looks good. Maybe a little bit smaller. Drag them down. Small, small. Great. And I'm going to align it just where the pink line is. I know as you grab your graphic, you see that pink line that just appears? I'm just going to move that there so it's aligned neatly as the menu bar. Okay, so I've got my menu topping, and I am going to just add in the placeholder text first, and then we'll work through the Frappuccino and the graphics later on. So for now, I'm going to finish off the menu bar. We have menu, trending, and about us. So I'm just going to grab my text here. So you go on the left-hand side and select text. And I'm just going to type in, oh, my brain, what is it? Menu. So I'm going to click that. Menu. Whoop. Menu. I'm going to change that font size to maybe 18. looks good. So we have menu, trending, and about us. Menu, Control C, Control V, trending, Control C, Control V, about us. Great. Okay, now let's add in a green underline. I think the font needs to be bold. So let's select all of our menu headings and just go into bold. Yep. And then I'm going to insert a line. So go into your elements, close that, and go into shapes, line. And I'm going to change that color just up here on the panel to the green. And I'm going to move that underneath the menu, select that, hold shift so it's straight, and then let's move that across. I'm going to just shift that up a little bit. Great. So now we have our menu done, ready to go. I am now going to add in the copy, so the text. So we have smooth taste. I'm just going to change it up a bit. Let's go maybe 28, and I'm going to call it Yum Yums, because who doesn't like a Frappuccino? Yum Yums. And I'm going to do caramel ribbon. I'm going to call it delicious Frappy. Not that creative today. Let's select that and move up the font size because we want it to really pop. We want to guide our users' eyes to the caramel ribbon or the main title because that's what we want them to buy. We want them to buy the caramel ribbon. We want them to buy the delicious Frappy at Amanda Bucks. So I'm going to make this huge. Let's make it 72. We got the Yum Yums, we got the Frappy, and now we have some descriptive text. So I'm just going to select subheading or body, and I'm just going to type in try our most delicious Amanda Bucks Frappy. It will blow your mind and will make you want to come back for more. Again, you can add in whatever copy suits you. And I am going to just align left. I'm not a fan of the spacing in between delicious and frappy, so let's change that. So select that text box and go into your spacing up at the top here. And I'm just going to reduce the line spacing a little bit. Great. And in that case, I'm going to also now increase the size just so it pops even more. This font here for the copy is a bit big, so let's move that down to 20. Yum Yums. Okay, great. So let's go into the left-hand side. And now you can see that the color of the font is a nice brown. So let's make that brown. Let's select these two here, go into your text color, and then I'm going to select brown from the photo colors. And then I'm going to keep that font black. That's fine. And what else can we do? We're going to add in the button. So in your elements, shapes, I'm going to go into the second rounded corner square, and I am going to reduce the size of that. So automatically it looks like a pill button, but we don't want that. We want the corners to be not so curved, just slightly curved. So if you go into next to the border style, there is the corner rounding. Select that, and let's reduce that to perhaps number 8. And I am going to change the color of the button to what they have there, which is like a goldeny, maybe this color. Cool. I'm just going to make that a bit smaller, and I'm going to type in order now. And they have a white font. So let's make it white. It is not accessible, I don't think. So let's make that darker. Hee. There you go. And all cap locks because I want to scream at my customers to force them to buy my drink at Amanda Bucks. Control A, cap locks, order. Order now. Oh my gosh, I have butterfingers. Okay, we continue. Now let's have some fun in finding our Frappuccino graphic. So I am going to go into Elements and type in Frappuccino. And I am going to select. Oh, I want one with an Oreo. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see here, this image has a background. We want to remove the background. So select background remover. This is for Canva Pro only. So apologies. But yeah, if you get Canva Pro, you can have access to the background remover, which I love. So we have background remover here. And now I'm going to add little elements around it. But before that, I'm going to add my logo. So if you copy your logo that you created, Control C, Control V. I'm going to make it bigger. Look at that. My own coffee brand, Amanda Bucks. Ah, so cool. Anyway, let's just get Amanda Bucks down here and want to make that white. Yeah. Ooh. And I'm going to curve it. Just have fun. Everyone have fun. Play around with it. The goal is to, of course, learn the little tools and the features inside Canva, but also let your imagination run wild. It doesn't have to be exactly. So something that I like to do is go into Effects, Curve, and I am going to curve it this way. Yeah! Alrighty, she's looking good. So now let's go back to our main page for a reference, and there's little elements around here. I'm going to grab some coffee beans. So going to Elements, I'm going to type in coffee beans. Oh, and in photos, I like this. And it's great that it's already background removed. So let's play around with this. I'm going to move that down. I'm just going to maybe make that a bit smaller. Nah. What? Oh, maybe wider. And then I'm going to just send it to back. So Control back. Awesome. I don't know what's happening with this little one here. So what I'm going to do is go into Elements, get the circle, and I'm going to change that color to the color of that. And I'm just gonna hide this cropped bean because it doesn't look nice. There you go. No one would know the difference. Look at that. Ha. No one would ever know. Okay, great. Let's continue. I am now going to add, what shall I add? Maybe chocolate. Let's add in chocolate pieces. Oh my god, this is looking so delicious. I'm gonna select maybe this. I'm just gonna whack it in the back. Again, I want my drink to be at the forefront so that the eyes of my users goes directly to my drink because that's what I'm selling, right? So let's control back to move my chocolate to the back. I want to make it a bit smaller. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, maybe I'm gonna do it like so. So copy. Cool bananas. And what else? What else can I add? Oh no, actually I changed my mind. I might want this one. I like the little crumbs. So I'm gonna delete the one that I just picked again. Go with whatever your heart desires. Because there is more coffee on the right hand side, I'm gonna move this coffee block to the left hand side. So there's just some form of balance there. But I'm going to move that to the back so I have my chocolate like so. Okay, and what else? I'm gonna maybe get some whipped cream. Whipped cream. Ah, no. So we don't want illustrations. We want real graphics. Okay, and let's remove background. I'm gonna reduce the size. And if the elements are looking weird, just delete it. I don't like that. No. Okay, let's see what else we can add. I'm going to add maybe like some specks, like maybe like cookie crumbs. Yes. Okay. Even though these cookie crumbs are not real cookie crumbs, I quite like that it's it's just so scattered. But let's do both. Let's try real cookie crumbs versus oh okay. I retract the comment. The cookie crumbs are looking oh so cooler. So let's just do a whole bunch of cookie crumbs and I'm gonna send it to the back. Wow. I'm gonna do oh, should we do chocolate cookie crumbs? Doesn't matter. I'm overthinking it. Let's keep on going. Control C, Control V. And because I want the pattern to be opposite, I like to sometimes make a double copy of that graphic and I change the direction of the other graphic. So you can either use the rotational button here to twist it around, or you can use the flip button up here and just flip it horizontally or vertically, however you like. So I'm gonna add it like so, and I'm gonna send it behind. Cool! I love it already. Let's see, what else can I add? There's some weird leaf here, so let's add in a random uh, mint leaves, I guess. Um, I would try it. If I'm being honest, I'll definitely try a cookie whipped cream crumbed with some mint leaves. Why not? I'm not going to discriminate against this drink. That's from Amanda Bucks. I will try it all. It's our bestseller, so I have to like it. All right. Okay, I think she's looking nice. Let's move on to the next section. Okay, so now let's focus on this bottom menu with the other frappuccinos. I am going to add in my green panel. So if I go into elements and go into shapes, let's go into the rounded corner square. I'm going to move this down and move it across like so. And I'm going to just reduce the size of the page because, as you can see, if you're looking closely, this green panel here is slightly tilted. The right-hand side is a bit higher than the left-hand side. So we're going to recreate that simply by just tilting your box like so. And there you have it. Make sure that you have a lot of height. If not, it's going to look like that. So just drag that down so there's enough weight for it. So now a little not issue, but my Frappuccino now is gigantor. It is huge on my page. Of course, it looks nice, but I also want to see my other menu options as well. So people can see that they don't have to just buy the delicious Frappy, they can buy the delicious matcha or the caramel or the other caramel Frappuccino as well. So I'm just going to pick all of my Amanda Bucks coffee that I have here, Frappuccino, and I'm just going to reduce the size just a little bit, just so there's some breather space for me to add in my other drinks. Whoop. Let's move her here to this side. Great. So now you can see there's like a balance on the page. It's so much better for the eyes because if I show you the little margin here, so this is the center here. This means that on the left-hand side, there's your beautiful text, and on the right-hand side, there's your graphic. I'm just gonna fix my coffee bean. Yep, great. And so now there's space. There's a balance with the design. I'm just gonna move that out. So let's go and change the color of our our peach panel to our green panel. Select the color, go into green, great. Now we're going to add in our little circles. I'm going to go to elements, shapes, circle, and I am going to make this probably this color. And I am going to reduce the size like so. And I'm going to duplicate that. So select Control C, Control V, Control V. Great. And I am now going to find 3 other Frappuccinos. So going to Elements, Frappuccino. And let's go into Photos. Oh no, what happened? Oh, she's back. Okay. I am going to select this chocolate one. I am going to select this strawberry one. Ugh, I'm not a fan of strawberry flavored things. Sorry. And then I'm going to select another one. Let's pick one, Amanda. Come on, pick one. Let's just go with this one. Oh no, but it doesn't look aligned to the other one. Okay, let's pick this matcha one. Okay, so now the cool thing is that let's say you have these graphics here that you want to remove the background. You can select background remover or pick a graphic that you've already removed the background and go into the copy style, click that and paste it into your image. Same goes to this one, copy style. Okay, I know it's looking like a mess, but let's reduce the sizes of the drinks and move them into your circle. And please make sure that they are proportionate to size. Yep, great. And then this one as well. Reduce the size. Proportionate to size. Sure, why not? Let's do that. Great. Maybe a little bit bigger. I just want it to overlap the circle a little bit for aesthetic purposes. I'm just gonna move that up, move that up, move that up. And I am going to add a fake straw. I don't know why I said fake straw. Straw. Ah, yes. Let's do this. Christmas season, festive season, shall we? Let's go into there. But move it behind the Frappuccino so it looks like it's stuck inside the drink. Control C, Control V. Canva also has layers. So if you right-click the graphic and go into layer, you can go show layers and then you can move it around, which is pretty cool. But I just like to use the shortcuts. So Control and then the brace. Then I'm going to do that again. Control V, Control C, brace. Cool. Oh no, it's touching my drink at the top. Okay. Don't mind this matcha one. We're just going to move her down. Sure, why not? Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is add in our rating badge. So we can go into elements and then select shapes and rounded corner square. But we don't want her to look like a appeal button, so we want to reduce the corner rounding. I'm going to make the color white so it pops, and I am going to just make it smaller, and I'm going to type in, let's add in a text because I can't play with the alignment. Look, there's many ways to do the same thing, just whatever works for you. So I'm just going to do 5.0 and I'm going to bold that. It's not bolding, so I'm going to just do Poppins black. And now I'm going to find a star. I am going to find a star in elements, star, bam. And I'm going to reduce the size of the star. Now, if it's too small, just increase the size of your page down at the bottom here in the zoom so you can see your creations with precision. And if you're struggling and it's just snapping to the grids, hold Control and you'll be able to move it with the flow of your mouse. And also like to use my arrow keys as well to play around with it. I'm just going to make this a little bit wider. And this star looks a bit aggressive with its sharp corners, so let's find a cuter star that has rounded corners. Aw, so much better. Let's just yeet that. Okay, let's go down. Whoop. Let's move that down there. Lovely, look at that. Okay, cool. So much cuter. And it also ties into the curved corners that we already have, so we don't want anything too structured. Now for my strawberry Frappuccino, I'm going to just copy and paste what I've just created. I'm going to slide that over. And I'm going to rate this strawberry Frappuccino 4.0. I still want people to buy my Frappuccinos on Amanda Bucks, but I'm going to be honest and say that it's a 4. And then my matcha Frappuccino, I'm going to go with a 4.5. Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, we're missing one thing. The names of our delicious creations. So I'm just going to copy and let's just call it Mocha Frappy Bold. Make sure that the font is white so it contrasts nicely with the green. Just move her down a bit. And then for the next one, Control C, Control V, Strobe Frappy. And then the last one is Matcha Frappy. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed that exercise, that little design jam session. We learned how to recreate Starbucks into our own little landing page here. We played around with the graphics, the background remover, photography, typography, frappuccinos and graphics in between, and just layering different graphics to get a nice visual. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you create. Tag me in your creations. I can't wait to see them. Be creative. Have fun with it. There is no right or wrong answer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye.